What's up? Peace, back with another Ren reaction for you guys. This one right here is a little old. He dropped it like 4 months ago when we were on a little hiatus. So we're going back and we're gonna check out some of the stuff we missed. But this right here is Troubles. Let's check it out.
Ooh, Lordy, trouble so hard. Ooh, Lordy, trouble so hard.
You almost can't even see the writing at the bottom, but yeah. Basically, he said this is his story.
I don't reach into the past very much for these shards of shattered glass and harsh paper cuts. Leave me stop when I reach in, memories are seeped in. Hydrochloric acid, I go to war and get passive and freeze up. Music helped the ice to thaw. Put the chisel in the middle, swing the hammer of Thor. Pull it out of the impossible, Excalibur sword. Etching notepads full of reasons why my feelings are sore. The first day that I got sick, ejected from the cockpit of living. 19, young teen, waking up bitten. Posters up, manhunt, Ren went missing. Hard to have faith when the gods don't listen. The first year maybe was the hardest. Waking in the body that was buried like a carcass. Brain in the lion's den, body in the shark pit. Waking up in pain again, aching, broken hearted. Persistent little blogger, I was bouncing from a doctor to a doctor to a doctor. Like a table tennis game that has no end. So be the fate of...
Yo, can you imagine that? First off, he's super young, what, like, he said 19, 18, 19, 20, whatever, young. You know, like that's stuff that you're supposed to like. That's stuff that's like usually stuff you deal with when you're like older, you know, really older. But to deal with that at such a young age, and then like he said just now, bouncing from doctor to doctor to doctor to doctor, that's crazy.
Could you imagine like the anger that he could have had at the end of this, like when they finally figure out what it was after like all these doctors and people literally telling him like, just take this pill and shut up and don't like, no, it's this, it's this, it's this. And then
that's what I'm saying. It drives somebody crazy.
It would drive you insane.
It drive me crazy, personally. But to deal with all that stuff at such a young, instead of like doing what most young kids around that age would be doing, like, you know, partying or whatever,
yeah,
you know, college, something like that. He's got to deal with all this.
I was bouncing from a doctor to a doctor to a doctor, like a table tennis game that has no end. So be the fate of Ren. Every single question answered with a question on the end. The second year I came to terms with giving up my dreams. Mine was severed from the means that helped me write these rhyme schemes. Brain was inflamed, the fatigue was crushing. Hard to remain sane with your brain combusting. And the third year was murder, living in a purgatory full of worry. Wouldn't live to be 30. Lifestyle hurt me, always in my bed tomb. Rearranged the alphabet and all the letters spelled doom. Light hurt my eyes, popping pills to survive. When you're 23 and mentally you steadily decline. 24 I was poor, disability benefits. What's the benefit of disability? It's irrelevant. 25 and the scars that were etched, they crack. Elastic bands only stretch so far and then snap. Deep in psychosis, hallucinations, troubled vision. Visits from the underworld were conjuring my superstition. 25 living back at home with my mum, but not because I'm a bum, alone and physically done. So thin, so frail, so weak I'd become. And my skin so pale, never kissed by the sun. One time I carved a hole in my chest.
Even that, like, could you imagine, like, you're fine, and then things start to deteriorate to the point that you have to move back in with your parents because you physically cannot, like, live on your own.
Yeah.
Like, that would be so hard. Like, even with all the other stuff, like, that alone would be something that's...
Yeah.
It would drive you crazy. Like, I could drive, I could do all
I'm
this
sure
stuff.
his mom probably definitely would have rather that anyways, though.
Well, yeah,
from his mom's perspective. But I know, I get, yeah.
From a child's perspective, to have to, like, move back in with your mom, and not because you couldn't afford to live on your own, but because you couldn't live on your own, like, physically.
Yeah, it sucked, but at least, I don't know, at least he's, I like that he's, like, he did this song, he's doing this song kind of explaining, like, his road,
yeah,
you know, each age and stuff like that, but at least he's being honest and literally letting us know what it is.
Yeah.
From the underworld, we're conjuring my superstition. 25, living back at home with my mum, but not because I'm a bum, alone and physically done. So thin, skin, so frail, so weak I'd become. And my skin so pale, never kissed by the sun. One time I carved a hole in my chest just to feel. I wish that was a metaphor, the struggle was real. When you're living in the Holocaust, you buckle and kneel. There's relief in the teeth of the kiss of cold steel. Facts, 26, I'm highly medicated and the pain sophisticated while I'm lying broken naked on my back. I bore my microphone until my coffin started dropping raw thoughts with the Grim Reaper knocking on the track. But then, man, lo and behold, I heard an angel beckon on this treacherous road. Was a stem cell doctor with a generous glow. In the cell transplant, pulled me out of the cold. And my skin got younger and my body got stronger. And my stomach felt hunger for a door that was closed. And my soul heard music for the first time. Beauty was a word I'd use for this gift of gold. Oh Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Made me whole. This music I give you. Pain that I live through. Everything I've been through is yours to hold.
Get that shit out in the freezing cold too. Hold up. Push pause so we can read that real quick. Conditions like Lyme disease, M.E, MCAS, POTS. I haven't, just as a disclaimer, I'm not sure what all of these mean. I've heard Lyme disease, fibromyalgia, etc. All receive criminally low attention and funding relative to many other conditions. Did not know that. Victims are usually left to suffer for years without any solid explanation of what is going on and receive very little help to escape a body constantly at war with itself. This can make you feel like giving up, and many times I came close, but I'm so happy I didn't because life is beautiful now. I promise yours can be too. For those of you still living in the dark, hold on. There will be a day where these conditions are more easily managed. Yeah, it's crazy, like the advancement of like technology and medicine. And if you look at like 100 years ago, and you look at now, I mean, just look at cell phones, man. Like when I was in elementary school, there was no such thing as this.
No.
Literally, there was no such thing as, especially not a touch screen.
Yeah.
Computer. No way.
I remember the first touchscreens that came out, and they were like the flip phones. They were just touchscreen. Like, it wasn't like this, where you could go and do all these
Yeah,
apps
these are way more intense. Yeah,
it was literally like the flip
I'm talking before that,
Yeah.
though, like the box Nokia phones, and even before that, you know, there's pagers. Like, it's crazy how crazy stuff is advancing, though. Until that day, I keep pushing for more exposure, more compassion, more understanding. Damn it, Ren. I had to read a bunch of text on that last video. We all deserve a life of suffering.
free
Wait,
of suffering. Free.
Okay, yeah, I missed that free part. I was like, wait, what? But no, we all deserve a life free of suffering where we can find moments of real beauty and peace. Even when things seem hopeless, I promise this is still possible. Hope. Yeah, I was gonna say that because he mentioned it about how hard it is to be motivated with anything, and I was gonna say like for him to still be motivated with going through all the shit he went through, for him to still find a little outlet with this music thing and still like grind, because obviously he didn't just like start doing music and immediately blow up and have dance. That's not how the shit works. So for him to like find the outlet and be passionate about it and just like find like motivation to continue to do it, even going through the struggles of doing it at first and not really getting it. And maybe he didn't do it for necessarily the views or for any of that, but maybe he was just doing it just to do it. And maybe he wanted to like reach out to other people that were struggling But at first, it's a slow start, is my point. And for him to have the motivation to continue to keep doing it, going through all the stuff that he's going through and everything like that, it really just shows how strong of a person, because it takes a strong person to do that. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, Troubles.
I really liked it.
Yeah, it was interesting because like he said it in the beginning how he was kind of explain his journey or whatnot, but I like the way he did it. He made it really quick and explained pretty much the broad idea of what he went through from age blank through age blank, and then here he is now. So.
I feel like with the other songs, like he talked about like what was going on in his head during all of this stuff.
Yeah.
With this one, I feel like it's like the bigger picture. Like he's actually explaining like some of the like trials and tribulations that he had to go through, like physically, onto like still some of the mental stuff. But I liked that it like showed more of what he actually had to go through.
Well, I'm sure he could have went into more detail.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It was more of a quicker like this will happen
Yeah.
But it was interesting though. So cool track right here. And like I said, we're gonna go through and until he drops some new stuff, We're gonna go through and check out some of the stuff that we missed, like 4 or 5 months ago, 3 months ago, something like that. So, but you guys let us know what you thought about this track. How did it hit you? And she likes every Ren track, so I'm not even gonna ask her how she liked this track right here.
I already said I liked it.
No,
Sorry,
she did,
I am
so.
a little biased. I don't know. Ever since I just like his uniqueness. That's what I really like. Like he's just not like anything I've ever heard.
And then after what happened with that Cujo thing, he's gonna most likely start making his own beats and all that stuff to not deal. Well, he already, but like primarily only make his own beats. So to avoid anything like that again. So, but yeah, you guys let us know what you thought about this right here. Definitely if you're new, definitely check out the Ren playlist we got on the page, and then check out some of the other reactions. We got a bunch of different artists that we do reactions to. But other than that, you guys stay safe out there. Enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, Bar Sponge out. Peace.